All right, so let's in fact now shift our focus to some other news that is coming our way. We're getting to know that Greta Thunberg has praised the recent student protest in India and stated that the movement has shown the true meaning of people power. While joining a rally in London's Trafalgar Square, Thunberg showed solidarity with the Indian youth and stated that the movement has also given hope to young people around the world. She stated, and I am quoting here, "The Indian student protest has made us all proud. They have given us hope. They can show what we can accomplish when people come together and resist. They also showed the true meaning of people power." The Indian students' struggle for justice and the broader struggle for democracy and liberation is also our struggle. So we all have to come together now and rise up in solidarity with India. So this was the statement by Greta. Let's in fact take a look at some of the reactions that are coming in on social media regarding this, because this has obviously garnered a lot of attention. So let's look at the first reaction that is coming in. This is from Daira Maheshwari. She has stated that she is in fact quoted Greta Thunberg, who was present. Remember that this was a SFI protest in London. So remember the context in which the protest was held. Over there, Greta Thunberg was called, and these are the reactions coming in. So they have stated and quoted Greta as the Indian student protests are making us proud and making us hope. They show what we can accomplish when people come together and resist. The Indian student struggle for justice and the broader struggle for democracy and liberation is also our struggle. So this is what we are seeing. Let's look at another reaction that has come in from climate activism to India's domestic politics. That's the arc that Greta Thunberg has in fact shown over here. She has joined a UK based protest backing the recent student agitation in India. She said that Indian student protest is making us proud. They showed us what we can achieve when we resist. However, remember that this event was organized by SFI London. Why are foreign activists becoming increasingly vocal about India's internal affairs? This is the big question that this person, this netizen has raised. Why are foreign activists interfering in India's internal affairs? Let's look at another reaction coming in. It states that Swedish activist Greta Thunberg joined a protest in the UK to support students in India following last week's events. The struggle for Indian students for justice and democracy is also our struggle. He is quoting her there. So this was another reaction. Let's look at another netizen and what he has to say. Now this he is in fact commenting over here on Greta Thunberg, and he has stated, and I am quoting here, this Greta Thunberg during the so-called farmers protest in 2021, this same woman shared a toolkit document encouraging people to sign a petition which condemns the state violence against the protesters. She also shared the hashtags to share on Twitter to use as a propaganda tool, and also called on people to storm and block Indian consuls and embassies across the world. On top of that, she had links with this obscure Poetic Justice Foundation tied to Khalistanis. This is all about the FCRA. If it comes, many NGOs will be shuttered and many will be arrested for sure. We will see more fake protests in the coming days. Already we are seeing news of Mizoram asking the FCRA to be withdrawn. These conversion missionaries are rattled by this act. So he has in fact stated a different narrative. That is coming to the fore. The toolkit that was presented by Greta during the 2021 farmers protest, how she used that as a propaganda tool, how she also called on people, because of the massive following that she has, to storm and block Indian embassies across the world. He is also stating allegedly that she had links with a foundation that is tied to Khalistanis that seeks separatism and promotes that in India. And he said that all boils down to the FCRA, which is looking at foreign funding of NGOs. Let's look at another reaction coming in now. Famous social and environment activist Greta Thunberg showed up in solidarity with the Indian student movement at a London protest organized by the SFI UK today. The student movement has given global activists hope about the power of the people. So, he is in support. Let's look at another reaction. Fraud environmentalist in quotes and Hamas slave Greta Thunberg supports the CJP. So, this is a very personal attack over here by this netizen. He has quoted her as well, that Indian student protest is making us proud. The event showed us what we can get when we resist. Now, remember that he is also stating that this event was organized by SFI London. SFI is student wing of CPI, which supports Hamas, pro-Pakistan and hates Hindus. So, this is another narrative that is coming to the fore. Let's look at another reaction from Mazhar Khan, where they've quoted Greta Thunberg and they said that they are standing in solidarity with the student protests in India. Greta Thunberg praised the courage of young people raising their voices for education and accountability. When students stand up for the future, the world pays attention. So, he has written that in Hindi as well. So, these are some of the reactions that have come in from netizens after this video surfaced, where Greta can be seen coming out in support of the student movement. Let me go across to my colleague Brian Thomas, who joins us with more on this. Brian, we are obviously looking at a lot of reactions that are coming in on social media after this video of Greta Thunberg coming out in support of the student movement at a SFI event in London comes to the fore.
Clearly, obviously, very importantly now, Greta Thunberg had given out a solidarity at an event that was organized by the UK chapter of the SFI London's Trafalgar Square, where Thunberg said the Indian students' protest had made people across the world proud and had demonstrated the true meaning of people's power. And very important, there have been ample of reactions coming in on social media. A few, obviously, there were people saying that more power has no more, people's power has no borders. Global solidarity matters. At the same time, critics have been questioning why a foreign activist was commenting on an Indian issue. Many users even revived the memories of the 2021 Farmers Protest Toolkit controversy, like you mentioned, arguing that Thunberg only should stay out of India's domestic affairs. They also accused her of selectively supporting political causes, while some described her latest intervention as unnecessary interference. Very importantly, the online reaction has remained highly polarized also, with one section hailing the solidarity as a symbol of global support, while another has strongly criticized her involvement and reignited debate over the role of international activists in India's international issues. Yes.
Right, Brian, and obviously this is coming to the fore when we are looking at this event that was organized by SFI. A lot of netizens have also brought to the fore what happened in 2021, the entire propaganda that happened, during the farmers' protest.
Clearly, that is what social media have also been, telling about the 2021, protest, and the toolkit also. Controversy that has been going on, and how Greta Thunberg also played an important role in that. Very importantly, Greta began when she publicly supported, posted on X expressing solidarity, and then she accidentally shared a Google document described as a toolkit contains suggested social media hashtags, campaigns, messages, timelines, and ideas for organizing online and offline demonstration in, support of the farmers' protest. So very importantly, there have been many discussions going on. The investigation also later led to the arrest of climate activist Disha Ravi, who was also accused by Delhi police of editing and sharing the toolkit with activists linked to the farmers' movement. So yes, clearly, even though Greta Thunberg was not named as an accused in the FIR, nor was any criminal case registered against her in India, however, her involvement did involve in sharing the toolkit, made her a central figure also in the political debate surrounding the protest. Yes.
Right, Brian. And if we go through Greta's statement as well, what she said that she is in support of the students movement. She said that it shows the power of the people and how we can bring about change. All right, let me in fact first go across to Mr. Arvind Singh Tejawat, the foreign affairs expert who is joining us on this broadcast as well. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and for speaking to Newsx. We appreciate it. A very good afternoon to you. Mr. Tejawat, if I can get your observations regarding a climate activist, Greta Thunberg, talking about Indian students movement outside of India in London at an SFI event.
Very much, Shivaniji, and of course this is not the first time when some of the movement is being supported by internationally. Even I have heard lots of movement being supported, which is being popular there in the Euro-American countries, even supported by the Indian intellectuals. So it's not a bad thing. Even the Prime Minister of India has taken it very positively, especially in the term of the CJP's movement here in India. And even the Prime Minister Modi Sahab, he also consulted with Nilekani Sahab, and he has constituted a committee to think about the issues related to youth, education and examination. So of course it's a positive sign, and if the same movement is supported by the people outside country, then I suppose it's a good sign, and it shows the solidarity with the student who's really willing to go for the changes, particularly in the education system. It's a really good sign, because it's not a secret, it's an open secret that we know that some of the institutions where the students or the youth coming from a poor background, they are not able enough to get admissions, and even some of the selections, even in the universities, is highly politically selections. So I suppose if the same movement is being supported by the youth outside India, then I suppose definitely all the people with the beautiful mind should appreciate it. Shivaniji.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Tejawat, for your valuable perspective on this issue. We are now moving forward to some other news coming our way.